Hey guys, it's JD from Ponzo World, and today we're unboxing and reviewing this karaoke machine made by Amazmic. Now this is a $70 karaoke machine that you guys can find on Amazon. Links will be down below this video if you want to go pick this thing up. Also on Amazon, this thing has 9 reviews with an average of 5 stars, so it seems like everybody that has at least reviewed this thing seems to think it is pretty good, so hopefully I think the same. So let's go and begin showing you around the box. You can start on the top, Amazmic karaoke machine. Nice little picture of what it looks like, model number right there. On the side, we don't have that terribly much except for some of the features of it. Now this is kind of a big box, so this is really the best I could do. You can see it has a player, a radio built in, recorder, obviously, USB support, also has a mic, and of course a speaker. On this side over here, pretty much the exact same thing with the same typo. And then on the back here, the exact same thing as the front. And on the top, we just simply have a Amazon label right there. So again, this is kind of a bit of a large box. I'm just going to try to fit this in frame the best I can. So let's go ahead and cut open the box here. Try to get into it. There we go. All right, on top, looks like we have a power supply right here. There it is. Looks like we also have, so this is the little disco light thing, whatever you want to call it. The last karaoke machine that I reviewed had actually pretty much the exact same, as far as I could tell. It says sound control. I wonder what that is. Maybe it has a speaker built in or something. I'm not sure. If I get the box open here, it's a little bit crunched. Yeah, so here it is. This is it looks like the exact same unit last time from a different brand. I don't know what they mean by sound control, but hey, it's there, whatever. We will be testing this out in a little bit here. Also have an instruction manual and the actual speaker itself. Just gonna pull it out. Set the box off to the side. Take this foam piece off of here, which also houses the microphone right here. Here it is, on and off button. It looks like you need to put in your own batteries. Just gonna see what batteries those are. And I'm gonna say AA, 2 AA's. Pretty cool. And then we also here, of course, have the karaoke speaker itself. And here it is. Feels pretty all right. It's definitely, it's a bit big. It's got a good weight to it though. I have a little handle here. Move. This is its limit though, right there. Party speaker on the top and a bunch of different controls. You have master volume, treble, bass, echo, mic volume, and I would assume presets for the, for what's it called, the AM, FM portion. You also have a power button here.
Bluetooth mode.
Oh, yeah. Volume was all the way up. Anyways, there it is. So what I'm going to do now is I guess I'm going to go ahead and pair this up to my iPhone XS Max, see how it sounds, and of course go ahead and test out that microphone and show you guys the different functions. All right, so now let's go over the different functions of this Bluetooth speaker. So first of all, on the top here on the very left, you have an antenna right here for your FM tuner, so that is pretty nice. You can extend that out if you want. It also works when it's all the way in, but I would assume you would get better reception with it all the way out. You also have the charge port right here, DC 9 volt. You have a USB port here, which I believe will charge your phone, and I believe it also works for thumb drives. So that's pretty nice. You also have a TF card reader there. You have an aux, a mic 1 port, a mic 2 port, which is the bigger style right there. That's pretty cool. And then you also have your power button right here, which I'll just turn it off for now. You also here have your master volume right there. So you can control it either from your phone or even from here. If you have, for example, a TF card plugged into here, obviously you can't control the volume from the TF card, so you would have to control it via this volume knob right here. You also have your treble knob right here, pretty nice. Bass knob, turn that up or down. You also have your echo for when the microphone is on, turn that up or down, and then the mic volume for the microphone. Now, one important thing I want to note is if you have the master volume all the way down and you have the mic volume, for example, at like halfway, it will still work. Whenever the microphone is connected and you're only speaking into the mic, the master volume won't do anything. Now, if you're playing music from this thing and speaking into the mic, then the master volume would just strictly control the music volume and not the mic volume. That is what, of course, this button here is for. You also have 9 buttons here, or actually 10, sorry. And that's basically to type in a number whenever it's in the FM mode. So if you have a station that you know works, for example, like here in the basement, you can just type that in, as long as it's an FM station, of course, and it will go to that station. You also here have play and pause button, previous button, next button, Bluetooth button, repeat button, record button for it to record audio, and then you also have your different modes, which will change between FM tuner and Bluetooth. Let's go and turn that on real quick, and I'll just demonstrate it.
Bluetooth mode.
It should
The
connect.
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
There we go, it's paired to my phone. But down here, I'll just show you guys, I'll just switch to the FM tuner real quick.
FM mode.
And you can see there, it actually does work. Even with the antenna all the way in. I'll turn up the volume a little bit here. It sounds like it's music, so I don't want to get copyrighted, but I'll show you guys. There you go, you can see it does work. And then you can change it back to Bluetooth mode. Or you could even just...
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
There you go. Or even if you really wanted to, while you were in FM mode, you could even just click the Bluetooth button mode. That's really all that does. If you're Bluetooth and you click it, it's not going to do anything. So there you are. It's pretty cool. It seems to work pretty well so far. And that's pretty much all. That's pretty much all what the buttons do. It's pretty simple to use. I have to say that. What I'm going to do now is actually what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to show this little light thing real quick. I mean, there's literally nothing to it. It's just a light that you plug into a USB port. But I'll just do it here real quick. And there you go. It has some sort of like a feedback there over the speaker. But you can see, of course, it works. No surprise. So you could also use the USB port for that too if you wanted to. And actually, let's go ahead and see real quick if it will work for charging a device. Here I have the cord to my Kindle right over here. I'll plug it into here. Let's plug it into the Kindle. And I assume it's probably going to work. Let's plug it in there. And yep, sure enough, it is charging. And you can hear that feedback. That's weird. It's connected to a low power charger. All right, so there you go. But I would assume it would work for charging devices. It just might be a little bit slow. So there you are. Pretty cool. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to load up a file on my phone and go ahead and show you guys what the audio quality sounds like. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and play a song over the speaker. Now, obviously, it's going to sound a lot better in real life. Depending on what you're listening to this video on really depends on, I guess, what you would think of the quality of the speaker of the video. That's the best way I could put it. But bottom line, it's going to sound better in real life than it does on video because of YouTube's compression and so on. But here I have a song. This is actually a song I made, so you can't find it online or anything. But it has a lot of bass in some parts, and it just has pretty good sound quality actually overall. So let's go ahead and click play. See what it sounds like. Let's turn it up on this phone actually. There we go. Let's turn up the bass, why not? Let's just turn it up all the way real quick. It's all the way. Pretty loud, I'd say. All right, so there it was. Quick little audio test, I guess. I mean, it's a couple of minutes long, so I guess it's not very quick. But hey, there it was. In my opinion, I would say it sounds pretty good. Maybe a little bit better than the other Bluetooth karaoke machines that I reviewed. I mean, it sounds pretty good. Hopefully, sounds good on your part too. Of course, again, it depends on what speakers you're using and how much YouTube compresses it and so on. But in real life, it sounds pretty all right. It has a good amount of bass, which of course you could turn up and down, which I really do like. And it definitely gets very, very loud. Impressively loud, in fact. It almost kind of hurts my ears. But of course, you can also control that here, obviously. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn on the microphone real quick. This does require 2 AA batteries. And it's having a bit of a feedback, but that makes sense. All right, so what I'm going to do now is click play on this song again. Scroll back. There you go. Okay, so you can hear the song is playing. Now I'm going to talk into the microphone. And there you go. You can see the, well, the sound from the mic is playing over the speaker. Let's go and turn down the echo. And that's with the echo all the way off. And then let's try echo all the way up. That's echo all the way up. Definitely works. Pretty cool. Let's go and click, let's go and stop this song. And there you go. And you can see, you could even talk into it without the song playing too. So that is pretty nice. And I just want to show you guys, demonstrate what I did earlier. If you're talking into the microphone, the master volume does absolutely nothing. Up or down, doesn't matter. It only controls through the mic volume right there. And you can see if you bring the mic volume all the way down, of course, it's not going to play anything over the speaker. Let's go ahead and turn the mic volume all the way up here. See how loud it gets. That's all the way up. And there you go. Actually pretty loud, I'd say. Not bad. I'll go and back away a little bit here. Yeah, definitely not bad at all. Ooh, kind of has like a... That's weird. Kind of has like a cracking there. Let's go and try that again. Okay, there you go. And now it's not cracking. Okay, so maybe that was just feedback or something. So there you go. Now it sounds fine. Definitely pretty loud though, I'd say. Not bad at all. Let's turn this down. And there you go. And now I'll go and turn the microphone off here. So there you go. That is pretty much really all the functions of this thing. Again, pretty basic, but it has a good amount of controls here. Of course, I really like that it has a treble and bass knob. I haven't seen that anywhere else on any other karaoke machines, and I really do enjoy that. So maybe if you're playing a song really loud and it has too much bass, and maybe it's distorting the speaker or something, you can turn down the bass so then it doesn't do that. There's a million uses for this thing. For the little knobs here, it really depends on what situation you're in. So there it is. It definitely gets, again, very loud on the microphone. I'm kind of impressed by that too. I think it just gets very loud overall. So what I am going to do now is something actually kind of interesting. I'm actually going to take the speaker grill off of this thing and go ahead and take a look at the speaker or speakers in it. On Amazon, it claims to have a woofer and then also a tweeter. I want to see if that tweeter is real. Also went ahead and just looked through the grill earlier with a flashlight, and you can see there's a speaker here, a tweeter here, and also a port down here. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to take off the speaker grill and go ahead and see the insides too. I just want to see how it's built. So let's go and do that now. All right, so as I mentioned previously, I wanted to go ahead and see what was inside of here. Pretty much every Bluetooth speaker that I get, if they seem easy to get into, what I do is I take the grill off and I take the speaker out, just show you guys the internals and to show you, the size of the speaker and so on. So they claim this is a 6.5-inch speaker, and I'd say it's probably pretty accurate. You also here have a port. Now, typically the grill right here would go over this, so you couldn't really see this, but the port's here, which is an actual functional port, and you also have a tweeter, which is a real tweeter. I went in and took all the screws out of here and just took a peek in already, which I'll show you guys in a second. But I do want to point out that this tweeter doesn't have a crossover or capacitor, whatever you want to call it. Typically, you would see on like normal car door speakers, for example, with the little tweeter in the middle, they would have like that little capacitor kind of thing in there to only produce high frequencies. This doesn't have it, so this speaker is playing full range as far as I could tell. Anyways, I'll show you guys inside here. I went ahead and just took the 4 speakers out that I was holding in the speaker, and also 4 screws that were holding in the grill. And I'll show you guys here. This is the speaker right here. It's a decent size. It's not that much. It's actually rated for 60 watts. It's pretty good. 4 ohms right there. And you can see inside of here, it's pretty much just hollow plastic. There's no sound ending stuff in there or anything. You also can see over here, maybe a little bit, you have the ground wire right there for your antenna, and you can see partially the actual port right here, which is kind of flopping around in there, but it does work, so that's good. And then you can kind of see over here the wires going to the tweeter. So there it is. You also here have a little seal around the speaker, so that's nice to kind of keep the get the air and improve sound quality too. So there it is. So really, I guess from here, I'll go and move on to my final opinion. So there we are. All right, so overall, what do I think of this karaoke machine? I would say for the price, it actually seems to be pretty solid. It's definitely well built. I will say that it has a good weight to it, and overall it just feels pretty solid. Now we went ahead and of course took the grill off a minute ago and went ahead and took a look inside, and you can see inside it was just all plastic. So there's no sound deadening material or anything like that, no acoustic foam in there, which was I guess pretty much what I was expecting, but it's kind of unfortunate that you know, isn't in there. It's basically just a plastic shell, nothing special to it. But hey, either way, it still feels pretty solid. Has a nice little grab handle right here with some rubber on it for a little grip. You can see right there with some ridges in it too. Overall, with sound quality though, I'm actually pretty impressed, I guess, with it. It definitely gets very loud. Again, I showed that earlier. When playing music, it gets very loud, and even talking on the microphone gets very loud. So I'm really happy with that. And in terms of just general overall sound quality, you know, bass and so on, it's definitely pretty good, pretty clear. I really haven't gotten this thing to distort or anything. Maybe if you played really bassy music, it'll distort. But I'd say overall for the price of this thing, it definitely seems pretty solid, definitely well built again, and just has overall a good sound quality. So I'd say if you're in the market for what seems to be a pretty good karaoke machine, I would definitely consider this one. Of course, look around too. Maybe you can find a better deal on a better one, but for now, this is definitely a pretty good karaoke machine. So yeah, I guess that's really it for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.